In today's video, we have some very exciting news as we're heading into this holiday season. If you're looking to buy any video games or any products whatsoever from Amazon, they are expanding their free shipping offering to everyone for the holiday season. We'll talk a little bit about that and what that means in terms of getting great deals come Black Friday, before that, or even a bit after that. Also, November 2018's PlayStation Plus games are available to download right now for subscribers. We talked about those games already, but I'll run you guys through those as well. Also, Déraciné has just been released. It's a PlayStation VR title by From Software, the guys that also did the Souls games as well as Bloodborne. And the game has a very interesting Easter egg that is having a lot of gamers point towards the possibility of a Bloodborne 2. Certainly this Easter egg would suggest that, and I'll take a look at that. Also, one of the biggest games in the last decade will finally be making its way over to the PlayStation 4, kinda late, but PUBG looks to make its way over to Sony's console in December. And lastly, a pair of demos have been released for Persona games. However, they are the Persona dancing games, but I do want to give a shout to that at the end of this video. First up, let's talk about Amazon's press release and the fact that they are expanding free shipping to everyone for the holiday season. Now, of course, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you're always enjoying free 2-day shipping. However, for a limited time, all Amazon customers in the US can enjoy free shipping with no minimum purchase amount. Customers can shop the largest free shipping selection in the country, hundreds of millions of items on Amazon. Tens of millions of Prime members in the US can also shop free same-day delivery on more than 3 million eligible items. Now, this means a lot of good because when you're gonna do your game shopping for Black Friday, a lot of those games are gonna fall under that $35 price threshold, and now you'll just be able to get free shipping with all of your games just by buying them. This is great news because that means if you're buying a game that's $19.99 and you're just ordering that at once, you're getting free shipping on that. If you're picking up a game $29.99, you'll get free shipping on that. Remember that Amazon does typically offer free standard shipping if your purchase is $35 and you're getting all eligible items, but now it's just gonna be free reign. Everybody is gonna have free shipping for a limited amount of time. It wasn't specified how long this will last. I imagine it'll last entirety of the holiday season, but that's just speculation on my part. We will keep you guys updated as more information comes available, but this is a huge feather in Amazon's cap, especially as we head into Black Friday and people are picking out where they want to do all of their shopping from. Now Amazon could be that go-to place to do all of your holiday shopping, at least do some of it. Moving on from that, if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you'll want to know that November 2018's lineup is available to download right now. Those games, of course, include Yakuza Kiwami and Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. On the PlayStation 4, there are a couple of cross-buy titles as well, including Burly Men at Sea and Roundabout, but of course, most of you guys are looking at Yakuza Kiwami and Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, which I think round out's one of the best PlayStation Plus months of the year. Yakuza Kiwami, I've talked a lot about that game, but that game is very, very good. A ground-up remake of Yakuza 1 on the PlayStation 4. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, I've talked good things about Bulletstorm. The issue with that title is, of course, its longevity. It's a game that you're gonna play once, you're gonna put 4 to 5 hours into it, and then you're gonna be pretty much done with it. That was the issue on last generation platforms, and then when it was re-released as the Full Clip Edition on the PlayStation 4, I was excited for it, but then they decided to release the game at a $49.99 price point, which just wasn't gonna fly. Now that it's available as a part of your Plus subscription, it's a great time to check it out. And again, I've always been an advocate of you should be paying at most $50 a year for PlayStation Plus. That means you're paying $4 and change a month for your Plus subscription, and to get games like Yakuza Kiwami and Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, both of those for $4 and change a month, that is an absolute steal, considering Yakuza Kiwami is still a game that goes for $15. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition is also a game that's relatively pricey. Now, I know a lot of you guys will point towards the fact that once your Plus subscription runs out, you lose access to these games, but nonetheless, you're paying for Plus anyway for all of the online activity. So to get these games, I don't think there's any real reason to complain about Yakuza Kiwami or Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Again, both available to download right now. Moving on from that, and this is a very interesting piece of news. Déraciné was just released. It's a PlayStation VR exclusive title, and it was done by From Software, and there is a very interesting Easter egg in the game, and it was founded by YouTube user Amazing Komaru. The doll is in a pose that is very familiar to anyone that's played Bloodborne, with one arm in the air and then the other arm held horizontally, and it does seem to be making that oh so familiar gesture. And then if you take a deeper look and read the description of the doll, it says this, quote, "A doll of the stone girl Fiona who appears in the unfinished tale. When a person has a bad dream, Fiona appears and helps them flee." Now, people are obviously looking at that unfinished tale part. Because it's an unfinished tale, does that point towards a Bloodborne 2? This definitely has some connection to Bloodborne. It's too much of a coincidence. This is a game done by From Software. Based on the pose, based on the description, this is definitely pointing at something Bloodborne related. I wouldn't go too far ahead in saying that Bloodborne Bloodborne 2 is a game that's deep in development right now. It's almost finished, but I think it would be a complete blunder if Sony and From Software didn't go back and made a Bloodborne 2, because that game did amazingly well from a commercial standpoint. I have gone on record and said that that was the game that was really the first definitive and true system-selling PlayStation 4 exclusive. That game did really well from a commercial standpoint. To go back and do a sequel, that is going to do even better now that you have a larger user base that has a PlayStation 4. I was happy that From Software decided to do something a little bit different. They went the PlayStation VR route and created a very unique and original experience for them, because crafting the same kind of experience over and over again, that does get a little bit redundant. But at the end of the day, from a business side of things, if you're looking at what is the biggest game commercially that From Software can put out right now, Bloodborne 2 has to be at the top of that list. And I don't want to get too excited about this because it is just an Easter egg, but we have seen Easter eggs appear in other games. I mean, if you go back, Uncharted 3 had an Easter egg that pointed towards the release of The Last of Us, so there's definitely a rabbit hole you can go down if you want to look at various Easter eggs that did hint towards future games. I think this one has a lot of credibility behind it, a story that I will definitely be following. Moving on from that, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds was really the Battle Royale game that put the Battle Royale genre on the map. Of course, I would say that Fortnite has easily overtaken that game in terms of popularity, but PUBG remains as a very popular experience, and now it'll finally be coming to the PlayStation 4 in December. Now, this isn't all too surprising considering there was a leak on the Korean ratings boards, and I know ratings boards to the naked eye might not seem like the place where games would get leaked, but if you look at all of the ratings board listings in the past, they almost always come to fruition, and PUBG is yet another one. I really don't know what is going to be the reception of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds on the PlayStation 4. I don't know if this game still has that allure that it had maybe a year ago. Back in mid-2017, this was the game that everybody was playing. This was the game that everybody was talking about on PC. Now there's a lot of factors working against it. First of all, Fortnite is available and it's a completely free-to-play option. Second of all, there's a large portion of gamers that are completely tired of Battle Royale, and PUBG, as far as that audience goes, won't be anything attractive. So I'm really interested to see how this game does on the PlayStation 4. There are so many free Battle Royale offerings that a pay-to-play one might not resonate all too well, but given the fact that it still does have a relatively large stature and it's still a pretty big name, I imagine that some people will check it out, but I don't think it'll do as well as it could have, say, if it was released 8 months ago or even a year ago. Lastly, I do want to let you guys know that the Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight demos are available right now on the PlayStation Store. Of course, these aren't the Persona games that maybe a lot of you are familiar with, but Persona 4 Dancing All Night was a great music rhythm game, and if you're familiar with Persona, you know that the games have some stellar music. Persona 3 and Persona 5 respectively have some great music, and by the way, these games will be released separately, but I think the best route to go is picking up the bundle. It will be a hefty $100, but it'll include Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, and a port of the PlayStation Vita release in Persona 4 Dancing All Night. So you get all three games. $100 is hefty, but I really think that's the route you should go. The games are scheduled to come sometime in 2019, probably early 2019, but right now you can check out the demos absolutely free. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Amazon is expanding free shipping to everyone for the holiday season. This is some great news. For those of you that are PlayStation Plus subscribers, the November titles are available to download right now. There's a very interesting Bloodborne Easter egg in Déraciné. Does this point towards a Bloodborne 2? Who knows? Something to definitely keep your eyes on. PUBG is coming to the PlayStation 4 in December, and right now you can check out the Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight demos. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.